Good afternoon. I hope you are fine. Yeah, my name is Stephen Agim. I'm a native speaker of the Beta language. I'm from Ikomiku village, and by the grace of God, I have been involved in some activity as it concerns the Beta language. With the help of God, we have been trying the best we can to see how we can promote the Beta language and to see how Beta can take its place among other languages. We are conscious of the fact that God blessed us so much that we had people who were interested in helping us develop the Beta language before now. But because since the time those expatriates left, not much has been done as it regards the language. There's so much work that needs to be done. So that is why I'm making this video. I want to begin by acknowledging the effort of various groups that have all been concerned and have all initiated one action or the other to see how they can promote the use of the Beta mother tongue among native speakers and other ways of promoting the culture and practices of the Beta people. So, on that note, I want to recognize and appreciate the effort of our big brothers who are part of the Betabendi Renaissance. I'm aware of the efforts that they are making towards ensuring that we have a standard orthography that is registered and recognized even at the government level. I have been interacting with Brother Noel Obon, and coincidentally, I was part of the team that drafted the word list that is actually being analyzed, and together with other people who were part of that team, were able to do that work. And our father, the late Royal Highness Osui Kashi, did the voicing for the audio recording. As I make this video, I remember the memory of that father and also our father, the Reverend Godwin Otam, who was also part of the team that drew the word list. And both of these are fathers that have contributed so much and no more, but their legacy and contribution remains with us. So I also know that there have been other groups. We have had the Obudu Nation, which is an umbrella body, but has also at some point made some effort towards developing the culture of the Obudu people. I know that we have also had the Babwabudu Progressive Association that has also come up and is doing very well in that regard. I recognize the effort of our brother Brapiman Akpega, who is one of the originators of the Malibu Shia Facebook page that has been trying to promote the Beta language and to see how we can make the language of our forebears, our forefathers, to be renowned and used. I'm making this video in English because I want the message to go viral. I want the message to cut across to not just Beta speakers alone, but even those who don't speak Beta but who are interested, because I know we have people of different nationalities that live within the Beta catchment area, like the Igbos, the Hausas, the Yoruba, and the rest, who might be interested in their children learning how to read and write in Beta language, which it is our hope and prayer that very soon people will be able to do so massively. So the reason why I'm making this video is because part of the privileges that God has given me is the fact that I have been trained as a literacy coordinator for the Better Language by the Summer Institute of Linguistics, SIL, which is based in Jos. We had some weeks of intensive training, and I was given a certificate of completion of that course, which means that I'm in a position to coordinate literacy activities. Before our father, late Reverend Otam, died, we had the vision of making sure that we introduce literacy programs, literacy activities in selected communities across Bethlehem. We were working on that and also trying to see how we could retype the dictionary draft that we have to see how we can update it where necessary and possibly publish it. But he didn't wait, not his making anyway, but death snatched him from us. But the work must continue, the work must go on. It is on that note that rising from the training that I have received, I would like to inform us that we are committed to ensuring that we don't waste all the time. We begin the literacy program in earnest. So there are going to be two ways in which we are going to pursue that course. First and foremost, we are making plans to see that we introduce literacy classes for those who want to learn how to read and write in better, which I know that the vast majority who cannot, but who are interested in learning how to read and write in their mother tongue. So we are coming up with literacy classes in selected communities as we interact with our fathers, the royal fathers in those communities. We'll see how best we can introduce those classes and have people trained who will teach those classes. And then the other approach is that we want to go into an online teaching method using YouTube and possibly WhatsApp, if there will be people that will be interested in being part of the WhatsApp interactive session where we teach people how to read and write in better. For the YouTube channel, I'm going to be posting videos of the lessons. For those who are interested, they could go to the WhatsApp channel to go and watch those videos and learn along. For the purpose of the work, we decided to maintain the name that has come to stay with us as Better People, which is Maliboshia, which was introduced. I learned it was at some point taught as a subject even in our primary schools. It is our prayers that at some point we will be able to reintroduce that as God gives us help. But in the now, we are going to be reintroducing literacy classes at community levels where we teach people at the level of the community how to read and write it better. So this YouTube channel will be a transition literacy class. By transition literacy class, I mean it will be a class for those who already know how to read and write in another language, for example, English, which is a national language and official language of communication. So we are going to be trying to see how they can transfer the skills, literacy skills they have acquired in English into the learning of better. So we will introduce those classes, and like I said, we are going to be posting the videos of the lessons on YouTube for those who would like to learn. We're already at the level of setting up the page, the YouTube channel, where we are going to be posting the videos, and we are going to name it Maliboshia because that is now a household name among Better People. So we will see how we are able to do all of that while we continue to discuss with our fathers, the royal fathers in our communities, and even at the level of stakeholders to see how we can widen the scope of such lessons. One touching thing is the fact that according to statistics, every 2 weeks a language goes into extinction. And the major reason why languages go into extinction, at least one language in every 2 weeks, is the fact that the language is not put to use. I know that among some of our young generation, they think that when somebody communicates in better, it is an indicator of the fact that the person is either not schooled, the person didn't go to school, or of the fact that the person was not able to learn English well, which I don't think it is true. And I also think that the reason why some of our children struggle academically is because they don't have a sound foundation, being that they were not able to relate the concepts that they learned to their mother tongue, because we are taught that a child first imagines, or rather a child first communicates whatever he's taught, brings it home to having a vivid image of that concept in his mother tongue, and then before he's able to learn. So we are going to see how we can correct those misconceptions. It is true that some of us had the privilege of going to school at a time where the better language was used to teach us, including mathematics. Were taught addition, subtraction, and all of that in better before they later transitioned to English. And that shows that it is possible for you to learn your mother tongue, use it, and still do well academically. So we are going to try to see how we can correct some of those misconceptions. There's a challenge that we have in approaching this work, and that challenge is the fact that as at today, there is no standard orthography. Unfortunately, due to the fact that we lack a maintenance culture, we lost touch with some of the materials that the expatriates helped us to develop, which included the orthography. And because of that, we don't have a standard orthography except the written documents that they left behind. But lucky enough, we have the alphabets. We have some alphabet charts that they developed that are still available to us, and all of that, even though there are recent changes that have been experienced and recorded in the language, which we are already looking at trying to come up with more better ways of representing those symbols or sounds in better. Being part of the Bible translation project, it has been a Herculean task. It has not been an easy one, but with the help of our consultants, including Dr. Lucy Oshupel, who is a linguistic consultant, and our project coordinator, Dr. Linus Otronyi, we have been able to come up with new symbols to represent some of the vowels that were represented differently in the past. So while we appreciate the effort of our brothers who are working at giving us a standard orthography, we will use what is available to us in the now, which is what we already have. I think that one of the tests we needed to do was to test for acceptability and naturalness of those symbols that we are introducing newly. And the results of the test we conducted showed that most better speakers understand text by context. By context, I mean it is the context of a word that determines its meaning. And most people whom we tested with in that research proved that they were able to read the text naturally, even not minding the fact that some of the symbols that they were used to were replaced with the symbols that we have adopted for the work. So those are the challenges that we are having. while we wait for all our collective effort, putting our hands together to see that we have a standard registered orthography, we will try the best we can to see how we can make use of what is available to us now as we go into the teaching and learning of Bethel. I've been fortunate to be trained in a software that helps us to develop literacy materials in the language, storybooks, alphabets, and all of that, which we are going to utilize in this work. So all interested persons, you have a computer or you want to learn, you may not have a computer, but you want to learn how you can use the software to develop books in Bethel, because it has to do with promoting the mother tongue. I'm quite available. I'm available to give training to those who are around who want to partake in that training. Of course, it can help you develop literacy materials for your children lessons in church, your literacy short story books actually, for your church Sunday school programs and all of that. So if you are interested in learning the software, you can reach out to me. I will think of how to make myself available to train those who are interested in learning as I have been trained. Freely I received, freely I'm willing to offer. But we will discuss on the terms of that training when we have a good number of persons who are interested. So all of that we are going to be doing, but one thing is certain, that even God himself speaks the Bethel language. So if God is interested, they created us the way we are and bestowed to us this precious gift that has been handed over to us over the generations and years that have gone by, I think we owe the next generation a duty to ensure that the Bethel language not only survives but also thrives in the committee of other languages. Thank you for listening to me, and I will be reaching out, like I said, and we trust that together we can join hands as we foster a better society for ourselves, for our children, and the unborn generation. Thank you once more. I'll be glad to get feedback from you, to have your contributions, and to also hear from you the ideas that you have towards making this project a reality. So the project is going to be called Bethel Literacy Project, and we mean business. We are going to be all out to ensure that we do what we need to do. Thank you for listening. God bless you until I come again.